think there are probably a lot that I enjoy. Right now, I'm going through seasons of Big Bang Theory, which is freaking hilarious. Started to formulate conversations in my head the way Sheldon responds to questions and interacts with people, which is probably not that great. He comes across as one of like the least likable characters, I think, but he is actually kind of adorable in his way. So I guess I'm hoping that that means there's hope for me too. I was very into X-Files too. It'd have like some friends over and it would make it like a big event just to watch X-Files. But in terms of just sheer love is probably Firefly. Everything about it, the writing, the characterizations, the story, which never got a chance to fully develop. Maybe there's just that wistful element to it. But I'd have to say I really love Firefly. I don't have that many subscriptions to YouTube channels, but of the ones that I do, I'd have to say that the two that I like the most are Vlogbrothers and Wheezy Waiter. Wheezy Waiter for sheer entertainment value and also thoughtfulness. You know, you can tell there's a good mind and a good heart behind that doofy facade. And Vlogbrothers because also just real sweethearts and always seem to have just such a positive message. And I love the story of the origins of how the whole thing came about and Nerdfataria and all that. It's really sweet and uplifting. Mm-mm, hmm. Probably taking on more responsibility than I need to and letting other people kind of get off with taking less responsibility than they ought. I don't I don't know. I don't know. This is an uncomfortable question. Can we move on now? The first one that came to mind was one of the very few movies, if not the only movie I've ever walked out on in a theater, was Brother from Another Planet. And it was so funny because it seemed to get such high critical reviews like later on. Phantasm II. I saw Phantasm II in the theater and that was pretty bad. Wow, I think I saw The Gate in the theater. Yeah, those are both really, really bad. But I didn't walk out of those. What does that say about me? I don't know. I don't think of myself as a gadget person, but I like binder clips. And I don't know if those count as gadget, but I really like binder clips and I use them all the time. My hand blender, not something I use frequently, but I just love. It's one of those like single-use things that I just really wanted. I just use the built-in eyesight on my MacBook. I'm a noob. That's really difficult because I count myself as a very sensory person. The first thing that came to mind was freshly baking bread, which is just I like the smell of clean skin and my son when he was a baby. Boy, wouldn't that be nice? I've been wanting to go on a road trip for a while. I have some ideas for next year, but right now, no vacation, sad face. I went through a period where I just was exposed to a lot of these, and the questions just start to seem repetitive. They start to seem repetitive and boring and kind of repetitive, so I don't really pay attention to them too much. I'm not even sure if I really know the full spectrum of what meme encompasses. If I had to pick something, I would say anything that inspires you to make some kind of positive change or challenges you to do something cool or fun or stretches you in some way that you wouldn't otherwise have done. The three that stick out in my mind are paleontologist. I loved the idea of digging up bones. Psychologist and actor. I think that's it. I don't really have anybody to tag, but if you have an interest, then just feel free to answer them in the comments. Bye. I don't know. I'm sure I've got more bad habits than that.